Sometimes, in order to see the light, you have to risk the dark.
Well, good morning, boys and girls. Air Wagner here, middle of August. Robert, what plane are we in and where are we going?
We're in the mighty 6 Whiskey Mike, the mighty Golden Eagle today, taking off here out of Auburn on our way down to Monterey.
What's Monterey's weather? 300 overcast?
300 overcast, yep.
All right. All right, we've done our checklist, and Robert's got the radio, and I believe we have nobody around.
Auburn traffic, Golden Eagle, 6 Whiskey Mike's taking runway 25, departure to the south, Auburn.
All right, let's make sure we got fuel flow and airspeed. I got that.
Fuel flow's alive.
Good. Airspeed alive. 60.
Crash check. 80.
Check. 90, 95 at intersection Delta. Tap the brakes, put the gear up. Pitch for blue line, we're just going to make a downwind.
Auburn traffic, Golden Eagle, 6 Whiskey Mike's climbing through 1,700 feet left, downwind departure, Auburn. Auburn traffic, Golden Eagle, 6 Whiskey Mike's climbing through 2,600, 4 miles south of the Auburn Airport, last call, Auburn. NorCal, Golden Eagle, 6 Whiskey Mike.
Is there anyone home?
Number 6 Whiskey Mike, NorCal approach, Sacramento, altimeter 2980, say request.
2980, we're off the ground at Auburn, climbing through 3,300. We'd like to pick up our IFR clearance to Monterey.
He calls the Baron. Yeah, the nav doesn't like to work today.
Golden Eagle 6 Whiskey Mike, squawk 4630.
4630 for 6 Whiskey Mike.
Okay, fuel pumps off one at a time, 1 alligator, 2 alligator.
Golden Eagle 6 Whiskey Mike, radar contact 6 miles south of Auburn Airport, Sacramento, altimeter 2980, and say altitude leaving.
2980, we're climbing through 3,800 for 6 Whiskey Mike.
6 Whiskey Mike, roger. What altitude did you want to cruise at?
We had 6,000 fly, we filed for 6.
We'd like to cruise at 6,000 for 6 Whiskey Mike.
6 Whiskey Mike, roger. And clear to Monterey via Modesto, Salinas, and direct. Maintain 7,000, that'll be your final.
Clear to Monterey via Modesto, Salinas, then direct. Climb maintain 7,000, that's our final 6 Whiskey Mike.
So easy, Modesto's MOD, and then SNS.
1,700, climbing 9,000, foothill 3. 121.25 for Oakland Center, Sierra Kapaka.
SNS?
Yeah, Sierra November Sierra, I believe. And I believe it's correct. All right, so we're going to go direct to Monterey. Modesto, boom, boom. So it's heading a 160. So we're going to put the old nav on and see if the nav will go get it. And we're over beautiful Folsom Lake.
November 7994 Golf is
5,000, 2,000 to go.
Yep, I got 7 in here for the reminder. Yeah, look at this, doesn't like this at all.
Maintain VFR 7994 Golf.
So we're not traveling, just Robert and I. We have a couple passengers today. And who might be in the back seat?
14 Romeo, NorCal.
Boss lady.
Hey, Mrs. Air Wagner, and how about cousin Air Wagner?
8 miles southeast of Lincoln Airport.
Cousin Karen is in the back.
Altitude, how the approach terminate.
Not your typical.
They might be camera shy, so we're not taking pictures right now.
904 Golf, published mist is approved. Fly heading 120, vector for the
So Monterey is historically foggy in the morning and clears up late morning. So we're 300 overcast. And you know, people talk about climate change, and yeah, there's climate change, that's for sure, because Yosemite used to be a glacier back in the day. But I got my instrument rating in 1988. 1988, And my first flight after the day after I got my rating was with the wife and kids in a 172 to Monterey in August, and the weather was exactly as it is today, 2023. How many ever years later? I can't do the math, but he got 12 years to 2000, and then so 34 years later, it's overcast in the morning, clears in midday. You know, down to minimums early. So that's what we're up against. We're going to probably do the 10 right approach into Monterey. We got the charts out. Show them the charts, Robert. Got the charts. We got the paper charts. We got the iPad. Robert's got ForeFlight. And the women in the back, they're going to love it.
What time we land?
Just before 9. You know, this automatically populated on my iPad. Look at this. It already automatically populated Modesto Victor 111 to Salinas, Monterey. That's interesting. That must be the very common route from here. All right, how are we looking on the gauges?
Good morning, Scout 31.
A little off.
Climbing 90,000.
Yeah, looking here.
3141 NorCal approach, radar contact,
Let's see if we can get the autopilot to behave itself. So we're going to reset the autopilot. 1 alligator, 2 alligator. Now we'll reset it, hit autopilot and nav, and see if it will grab. Man, maybe now it'll work. Okay. Maybe no.
Just need to be woken up a little bit.
Maybe it had to be. Yeah, you know what I think? I know what happened. The plane this morning grabbed the decaf pot instead of the real one.
Makes sense.
So I think that could be it. So the heading bug doesn't work, you know, because we don't want it to. So we have how long? Well, we're going to be there in 44 minutes. Unless this thing keeps going in the wrong direction. Yep. Well, we'll see. If it settles in, we'll take it. If not, we're going to use a heading bug. Oh, look how we're climbing. Sorry, ladies, I got to push the nose down.
Did you do that?
Yeah, we were distracted and we're climbing. We weren't supposed to be. Yeah, but you'll feel your seat get heavier in a second. The heading's better.
Yeah, it's holding better.
94 Golf, turn right, heading 130.
All right, so we have
94 Golf.
a fair amount of time. Let's assume we're getting
94 Golf. Were you able to get ATIS uniform?
10 right. Let's slowly go through the checklist. I have it over here. So we're going to load the approach. Why don't you go ahead and hit procedure and load the ILS. We're going to ask for the ILS for 10 right.
And I expect the vector across the localizer.
Yeah, we're going to go Z-bed or Salinas. Probably Salinas, since that's what our clearance is.
Z-bed's the opposite side, so we're going Salinas.
Here is the approach that we've been talking about. A lot of technical mumbo-jumbo on this flight, but we wanted to make sure we got it right. Red arrow shows Z-bed, the initial approach fix that you'll hear a lot about. There's a Salinas VOR on the right with the arrow pointing to the left, and the 10,000 foot deep Monterey Bay.
All right, we're on course. Good, excellent. All right, so load the approach, check. Let's brief the approach plate. I have it on my iPad here, so I'm going to look at it with you. Let's go nice and slow on it. All right, so there's a good possibility that we could miss, but let's look at, so the 110.7, yep, and the inbound course 098, so let's call it 100 like the runway heading is among friends. 7,000 foot runway, the touchdown zone 198 feet, even though the airport elevation is higher. So we're going to kind of round off a little bit, 100 on the heading, 200 on the altitude, all right? And then the
November 3 Charlie Hotel, contact approach.
missed approach, we have to remember there's high terrain to the right. So we're going to avoid the right at any cost, because to the left and behind us is the ocean, which is sea level. Yeah. Well, the missed approach is we're going to climb straight ahead to 600 on that heading of 100, and then left turn to 5,000 feet heading 030. Okay, so we're heading northeast 030 on the Salinas Vortex 243 radial to the Salinas Vortex and hold. And then we'll continue to climb to 5,000. And the missed approach requires a minimum climb of 265 feet per nautical mile to 1,300. 1,360 feet, which we should get no problem. Let's look at the procedure. So we got Z-bed is initial approach fix, and then Minnock, and then Steno.
Which Steno isn't in here.
Steno is not in there?
No.
Steno is like the missed approach point. So under procedure, no, flight plan. No.
Flight plan, Steno's not in there. It goes Mink and then runway 10.
So Minnock, and then, so Steno is at the missed approach point anyway, so we're just going to follow it in.
125.4.
There, runway 10. So the crossing at Minnock doesn't have crossing altitudes here because 530.
3141, contact Oakland.
All right, so we're going to follow the ILS in, and our decision height today is going to be 398, so we're going to round up to 400. So we got 100 on the heading, 200 on the elevation, 400 on the missed approach. Yep. That's pretty simple. And then if we lose the glide slope, it's 920. All right, so we're category Bravo, so we're still 920. If we circle, it's 920 also. 920 probably won't get us in.
66 NorCal approach, expect runway 17 right.
And I think 2715 is the approach, or 330 as it is. So we got that brief approach plate. We're going to tune an ID. We can't do it yet, but we'll get it close. And we're going to run dual.
Golden Eagle 6 Whiskey Mike, contact approach 125.1.
125.1 for 6 Whiskey Mike. Good day.
Okay.
NorCal Golden Eagle 6 Whiskey Mike's checking on level 7,000.
November 6 Whiskey Mike, NorCal approach, constant altimeter 2981, clear direct windy, Victor 111, Salinas, direct Monterey.
Clear direct windy, then Salinas, then Monterey for 6 Whiskey Mike.
Is windy W-I-N-D-Y?
Whiskey Mike, your readback's essentially the same thing, but between windy and Salinas, it's Victor 111.
Windy, Victor 111 to Salinas for 6 Whiskey Mike.
Cover that, Victor 170, looking.
All right, so we're going direct to windy now.
Approach 123.7.
And that would be a 172, like the airplane, 172. Okay, and we'll see. And then Victor 111 to Salinas. So let's set it up in number 2. All right, so we got the ILS
712 NorCal approach
into the number 1 position, 110.7. We're going to run dual ILSs. And instead of the Sacramento VOR, we're going to put Salinas here, 17.3 as a backup. So once you put 17.3 in the bottom one. Okay, so we're heading for windy. Windy, not windy like the hamburger, but windy like the wind blows, like the cold wind blows.
November 5 Hotel Golf, contact approach 120.1.
That's 17 minutes to windy.
November 0 Delta Sierra, contact Travis, approach 119.
So I'm going to put windy here on my iPad also.
November 5 Delta Hotel, contact approach 127.6.
W-I-N-D-Y space route direct to windy, activate. And we're off a couple degrees. Let's see if it corrects. Yeah, 172. Okay, 173 now. All right, so that's windy. So I'm looking at our course here. Windy.
Backvalidity 712, heading 070.
You know we're going to get.
070, backvalidity 712.
There's Salinas. And then Z-bed. So
traffic 2 o'clock and 3 miles of
windy is probably more for 2-8 approach because it's towards Salinas. So we're probably going to get a vector out towards the ocean. Okay, we will see. G600 here, so we can't fly through that, go through that. We can go to aux tanks and put some, one at a time. We'll use auxiliary tanks if we're going to get gas in Monterey. All right, so we're good there. And we're good there. Okay, so right now we're going to...
Pumps off.
Pumps are off. All right, so we're on auxiliary tanks. Everything is looking good. The women in the back are happy. And we're just sitting here watching the world go by, right, Karen?
Right.
November 6 Whiskey Mike, descend and maintain 6,000.
Descending 6,000, 6 Whiskey Mike.
So here's our approach plate for the ILS to 10 right. And we are currently coming up like this. So our flight plan now takes us to Salinas, DOR, and then over to Zero Red and in, which I don't think we're going to get because we're not using the 2.8s. I suspect that somewhere in here we'll get a vector for final and then come in and land. And then you can see the higher terrain that I mentioned to the right. So we want to get up and go that way. And of course this is all sea level here. So our default is to the ocean side. And there's our 398, 200, it'll be 200. I suspect it'll be better by the time we get there. We're going to get the ATIS when we get there. So here we got the 6-pack, traditional 6-pack. This inoperative. This works terrific. Everything else works great. HSI works great. We got dual. We're going to run the ILS off of here and off of here. And we got the iPad. And we got 2 pilots on board. We're all good. Oh, Wendy's not that far away. Wendy, not Wendy. Is there a Wendy that has the square hamburgers?
Wendy's?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they have square hamburgers.
That's not as bad as the square fish from McDonald's. I didn't know that they, they could, that fish were square, and they're perfectly square.
The best one's White Castle. Like a little piece of...
It's like the size of your thumbnail, right?
Yeah, little piece of meat with holes cut in the middle of it. One pickle on it.
One pickle,
and
the pickle overlaps, right? Yep. Okay, what are we over now? Because I'm on the... got to be Patterson that we're all over. There's no airport nearby. There's that Crow's Landing, I think, over there. Is that closed now? I don't see any planes down there.
November 6 3, Quebec. Does not appear that you're proceeding to Sacramento or correction to Modesto VOR. November 6 Whiskey Mike, contact approach 124.52.
124.5 for 6 Whiskey Mike. NorCal Golden Eagle 6 Whiskey Mike's checking on. We're level 6,000.
Golden Eagle 6 Whiskey Mike, NorCal approach, landing altimeter 2990. What is your approach request today?
2990, we'd like to fly the ILS runway 10 right approach into Monterey for 6 Whiskey Mike.
Number 6 Whiskey Mike, roger, you can expect that.
Monterey elevation, November 145, hold for Zulu. Wind! Calm. Visibility 5, miss. Ceiling 300 overcast. Temperature 15, 2.14, altimeter 2989.
All right, 300 overcast. We're good for that. What do you say we go to main tanks now? One at a time. Got the fuel pumps on. That's good. We're still running. And then the left one.
I like that guy's comment about wind. Wind.
Calm.
Calm.
Yeah, that's good. So look out the window. First time calling that out. And it is the Diablo range. Diablo. That's the range of Mount Diablo, and it's not really a range, it's more of a rolling hills, but it's called the Diablo range. Good, bad, or indifferent. So I'm looking out, you can see Monterey is that away, right? Yep. And you can see the fog bank just sitting there. It dissipates pretty quick though, so we'll see. We're prepared.
On windy, right to 195.
Okay. Ready to go. And 5 seconds, we're switching, so you can see here, now 195, 180, 190, 195.
Contact approach on 120.
And that's going to be the Salinas and Victor 111, which coincides on my iPad.
NorCal, Golden Eagle 6 Whiskey Mike. We'd like to know if we're going to expect vectors to the west or if we're going to be heading to the VOR.
For 6 Whiskey Mike, for now, proceed direct to the Salinas VOR. The next sector will take you out that way.
Roger, right now we'll proceed direct to the Salinas VOR, 6 Whiskey Mike.
That's what we're doing.
NorCal, good morning, Southwest 577 out of 22-3, descending via the Silicone 6.
Silicone 6? It's probably the Silicon 6. Silicone is for other parts. Round parts. Yep.
2990 Southwest 577.
Nobody's laughing about that.
The viewers at home are.
November 6 Whiskey Mike, contact approach 133.0.
133.0 for 6 Whiskey Mike. NorCal Golden Eagle 6 Whiskey Mike's checking on level 6000.
Number 6 Whiskey Mike, NorCal approach, right during bad. Expect vectors for the ILS runway 10 right approach.
Expect vectors for the ILS runway 10 right approach. We have information November at Monterey for 6 Whiskey Mike.
6 Whiskey Mike, turn right direct Z-bed.
Right direct Z-bed for 6 Whiskey Mike.
Okay, Z-bed is 225. So Z-bed's the initial approach fix. Yep. So I'm going to put this on the inbound heading of 09 or 8, which is like 09 or 8. And we're heading for Z-bed. So we're Z-bed in 10 minutes.
We're going to cross Z-bed between 2600 and 6000.
And one more look at Z-bed there. You can see we definitely want to avoid the terrain to the right.
And look out the front window. There is your fog bank. It's like going in Oakland. Just right there up in, this sucks it right into the bay. This is Monterey Bay, which is deep. And our ground speed 187. The beauty of a twin. Fast, and we can go slow if we need to.
And safe.
And safe. Just kind of get the Papa Gumps going. Pressurization. That's one less thing to do. I'll set it down to sea level plus 500 because it's 200 plus 500, so 700. So that's air conditioning where we want it. Prop sync never had it on. Auxiliary pumps are on, and gas is on main. So it's Papa G, not like Jimmy G of the Oakland. Did I say Oakland? Las Vegas Raiders. Still silver and black.
Do you want any pitot heat or anything going into this?
What's our outside air? You know what? Normally, yes. No. It's like 6 degrees. If it was anywhere near 45, yes. But no, we don't need no pitot heat necessary. And looking at the chart again, Z-bed. So they're going to vector us. Well, I don't know. We're going to intercept. It's going to be a tight intercept. You look at it on the iPad. Here we are here. Here's the inbound.
Yeah.
So here's the inbound course, and here we are coming here. So it's going to be a tight turn. I think we can handle it.
November 6 Whiskey Mike, contact approach 127.15.
127.15 for 6 Whiskey Mike. NorCal Golden Eagle 6 Whiskey Mike's checking on. We're level 6000.
6 Whiskey Mike, NorCal. Roger, morning, altimeter 2991. 6 Whiskey Mike heading 240, vector final.
240 vector for final for 6 Whiskey Mike.
6 Whiskey Mike, this is going to be the ILS 10 right.
Roger, ILS runway 10 right for 6 Whiskey Mike.
So he said 240, right? Let me go to heading and get on the 240, and then we're going to put this on 098, inbound 098. There's 090. There's 098. There's 098. I'm going to change this to CDI. We're getting the false. So again, if we lose a glide slope, our localizer is 920.
And then bring us back.
Might descend a Pascal to maintain 2,600.
Descend 2,600 for 6 Whiskey Mike.
So 2,600.
5,000.
Or number 6 Whiskey Mike, flying 260.
260 for 6 Whiskey Mike.
Correction, 6 Whiskey Mike, turn left heading 190.
190 for 6 Whiskey Mike.
Mike, expect Z-bed in a moment.
Expect Z-bed for 6 Whiskey Mike in a moment.
We're still going down.
Mike, 5 miles from Z-bed, turn left, direct Z-bed, cross Z-bed at about 2,600, cleared straight in, ILS, runway 10 right approach.
Cross Z-bed at or above 2,600, we're cleared ILS runway 10 right approach into Monterey for 6 Whiskey Mike.
Departure Millennium 280 out of 2,000.
Your light's still alive, you have to ID it.
Roger.
Millennium 280, NorCal departure, radar contact, thank you, climb maintain 7,000.
Climb maintain 7,000, Millennium 280.
Alright, where's Z-bed?
1,600.
Eugen, join Victor 27, Millennium 280.
Alright, it's coming off the wall. At the approach, get ready for the... I concur on the Garmin pilot that we're inbound. Yep. Our glide slope is still, both of them were up high on it, which is fine.
Coming down though.
Alright, I show us on the final.
Roger.
Radio check for Millennium 280, please.
November 6 Whiskey Mike, contact Monterey Tower 118.4, good day.
118.4 for 6 Whiskey Mike, good day.
Okay, here goes the glide slope, here goes the gear.
Monterey Tower, Golden Eagle 6 Whiskey Mike's with you. We're on ILS runway 10 right approach.
3 green.
Golden Eagle 6 Whiskey Mike, Monterey Tower, wind calm, runway 10 right, cleared to land, previously reported basis 600 feet.
10 right, cleared to land for 6 Whiskey Mike.
Alright, so we got undercarriage right, mixtures up, first notch of flaps, props where we want them. This is working like it's supposed to be. We got double glide slopes here. What's the crossing at
Mink?
Yeah.
1,700.
Alright, we're good. 2,000. Coming up on Mink. We're feet dry now, over to shore. Localizer glide slope, localizer glide slope, localizer glide slope. 1,600, we're inside of Mink.
Good, just above blue line.
And there's our tops. Lucky 13.
Yep.
Correcting a little bit for right. 1,200. We'll count it down after 1,000.
Roger.
900. Glass is off.
800.
Confirmed.
700.
Cross check.
Runway's in sight.
Airport in sight.
600.
All right, we're going to 600 as advertised.
3 green, first notch flaps.
Don't give me 200. Give me full flaps.
Roger. 500.
Cross check. I'm hand flying, of course. 400.
400.
There's our minimums, full flaps. Minimums. We're on the Vazzy, Pappy, whatever it is. Pad high. Speed's perfect. Long runway. 3 green. And we are down.
Beautiful. Excellent.
And Monterey ground, Golden Eagle 6 Whiskey Mike's with you. We'd like to taxi Del Monte.
Golden Eagle 6 Whiskey Mike, Monterey ground, taxi Del Monte via Alpha.
Del Monte via Alpha for 6 Whiskey Mike.
Yes, Robert, what do you say?
Thanks for flying along.
Are you crazy, Montana? Are you crazy? Relax, take it easy.
Forget about it.